Who would have thought that Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson will craft such a unique noir detective type Batman and story? Robert Pattinson finally shed his vampire skin to become the Bat and delivers a solid performance, even as the detective side of the vigilante who is in his second year of fighting crime and so full of rage and vengeance. And a Bruce Wayne who's not yet found the need to wear that as a mask also. There's obviously more moments in this movie, but bear with me and let's just dive into these top 10 moments from the movie. At number 10, we have arrival at the crime scene with Gordon. We first get the dynamic between Batman and Gordon in their first scene together in this movie. After Mayor Mitchell is found after his murder by the Riddler, Jim Gordon calls the Batman to help with the investigation. We see the evolving relationship between Gordon and the Batman, who've been working together for some time, and how Gordon stands up for him in front of the other policemen and the commissioner himself, who are not thrilled by Batman's vigilante ways. The audience is also treated to Batman's detective skills as he scans every evidence thoroughly and cautiously, showing us a little bit of why he's called the world's greatest detective. And Batman also sees Mitchell's son, we know even without dialogue that Bruce is seeing himself in this kid and reliving that pain over again. At number 9, we have saving the mayor's son. After Mayor Mitchell's brutal murder by the Riddler, Bruce Wayne attends his funeral to look for more clues, and just his body language and silence in this scene speaks louder than anything that could have been said. But Pattinson's amazing acting conveys the agitation over the Riddler's case, as well as the reminder of the trauma and pain he went through as a kid after locking eyes with Mitchell's son. But during the funeral, Riddler sends a car into the building, and Bruce, after seeing Mitchell's son in danger, jumps and saves him, signifying that even without his suit, he's still a hero and can't help saving and protecting people that he sees are in need. Continuing the list with number 8, we have Batman preventing Selena or Catwoman from killing Falcone. After Catwoman learned of Falcone, a sadistic father who abandoned her after her mother died for killing her friend to keep a secret, Batman, after unsuccessfully convincing her the first time, races to go and stop her from making this huge mistake that could change her life forever.
Don't throw your life away.
From the start of the movie, Batman has been made to represent vengeance, but throughout the movie, we've also seen that his journey on discovering the destructiveness of that word and what he should represent to Gotham, which is hope amid all the darkness. He manages to talk down Selena in a very tense emotional moment, which not only to her, but indirectly to him as well.
You don't have to pay with them. You paid enough.
At number 7, we have escape from the police. Up to this point in the movie, we've seen how the police treat Batman, how they aggressively disapprove of his vigilante ways. Now, throughout the movie, Matt Reeves has proven that he knows how to live up to the Dark Knight's legacy with the action, detective work, and showcasing Batman's Year 2 gadgets. But one of the most impressive sequences in this movie is when Batman escapes from the GCPD after the police were hell-bent on uncovering his identity. From the way Gordon and Batman discuss their latest findings and how Gordon speaks to him in this menacing, angry facial expression to deceive the onlooking police, to him coming up with a plan for the Bat to escape, and a chance, oh boy, a chance it was. From the punch to the running around the police department, which was almost comical like an 80s Batman, to him using his grappling gun and then being shot by several policemen, and finally using his wingsuit, which was shot beautifully with a GoPro-like camera work. And though he crashes down, we still get to see that, yeah, he's still in his second year. He's still not that comfortable with his wingsuit and still getting the hang of it all. And I love that about this Batman movie. Now at number 6, we have Chasing the Penguin. Come on guys, we all know that there can't be a Batman movie without a car chase scene. Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson delivers one, and a memorable one at that. Although part of it has been shown in the trailers, it didn't even do it justice when the full scene is seen. From the start of the engine of the Batmobile to the chase across Gotham, with Penguin trying with all his might to lose the Dark Knight to an explosive climax as Batman dries out of the flames and flips Penguin's car over, and the aftermath of Batman walking to Penguin's car with a shot upside down with flames at his back, making Batman look like literally a bat upside down, ready to send him to the depths of hell. It was just iconic, classic. What really made this sequence is the acting, the car chase, the score, and this beautiful cinematography, which all worked together to express Batman's inhuman relentlessness and power. Now, starting at number 5, we have Leading the Survivors. After the Riddler's men are defeated in a climactic fight by the Batman, he dives down to save the people from electrocution, almost dying himself. But until this point, the Bat has been a character comfortable in the shadows while instilling fear into the heart of Gotham. But this time, he chooses to come into the light and be in the light as a guide to the people of Gotham out of this flooded square garden in this darkness. From the stunning lighting and Robert Pattinson's acting, we see an evolution of the character who for most part of the film has been unleashing his anger and vengeance on the criminals of Gotham, but now a symbol of hope and light in the darkness in terms of need for the people of Gotham. Now, coming up at number 4, we have Bruce confronting Alfred. After Bruce learns the truth from Falcone, after he also became the next target of the Riddler, Bruce confronts Alfred in the hospital after the bombing. The hurt and recovering Alfred emotionally admits to some of the claims, leading to a very intense emotional conversation that assumes the Wayne's family past and also speaks to the deeper relationship and connection that the pair have had since Thomas and Martha Wayne's death. This scene also sees Bruce, who an earlier scene snapped at Alfred for trying to be his father.
Stop. You're not my father.
Finally acknowledge the bond, and it's all an emotional scene brought together by the amazing acting of Robert Pattinson and Andy Serkis. Now at number 3, we have the final battle, the final fight against the Riddler's men. Throughout the movie, we've been treated to Batman's crusade to rid Gotham of filth and criminals. We've seen the action and the gadget impressive scenes, we've seen the emotional parts, and all in all, the journey of the Cape Crusader. But all this boiled down to the climactic and tense final battle where Batman tries to save the people of Gotham from the Riddler's henchmen, among other things. The setup was great, Batman's classic explosive entrance, an intense and brutal fight in which the Bat gives his all to save the people was just fantastic. The score, cinematography, come on, the acting and stunt work and action was just amazing to see. At this point in the movie, Batman was now a hero. Now, at the second spot, we have the opening monologue and the train station beatdown. From the start of the movie, we are treated to a narration by Pattinson on his crusade as the Batman, the fear he instills, his symbol, and why he does what he does. While we are treated to this haunting speech, we also get a glimpse of Gotham, its people, and how his bat symbol affects people, especially the criminals. It is during this night, Halloween, the most frightening time of the year, that we see our first glimpse of Robert Pattinson's Batman in action. Starting from the loud steps and then finally emerging from the shadows to him beating the absolute crap out of the first guy and then uttering these lines that send goosebumps to the audience and to the people before him. This opening sets up Batman as this absolute threat, even though he's in his second year of fighting crime. It was just incredible to see his intensity and drive he possesses early on as the Cape Crusader. This scene, in all honesty, won fans over. And just the cinematography, how everything was just shot and introducing us to this intimidating character and setting the tone for the rest of the movie. Now at number 1, we have Batman realizing his impact on Gotham. Throughout the film, we've seen the effect Batman and his symbol has had on the people of Gotham. We've been introduced right from the start the Bat's desire to inflict fear on the criminals and those who want to do Gotham's people harm. This whole remark and ideology changes towards the end when one of Riddler's men is unmasked and proceeds to say the same word that Batman's drive has been based on. Rather than Gotham being improved with his way of vengeance and crime fighting, Batman comes to the realization that he's doing it more harm than good. And this is conveyed amazingly in Robert Pattinson's body language and facial reaction. Instead of rubbing audience on the nose with this message, it is gradually injected into the movie until Batman's own realization and change in mindset, which will carry on for the rest of his keep fighting days. Now guys, I have a bonus one for you. Since it was deleted, I've also put it at the bonus spot, and that is the Joker's deleted scene. Batman and the Joker, the sky and the clouds, both who are destined to clash, and clash they did in this epic confrontation. We were already teased on the Joker towards the end of the movie, and we never actually saw his face, but in this deleted scene, we saw the gruesome looking clown prince and the Batman in this tense atmospheric conversation, leading to the audience wanting more. This grisly looking Joker, who we are eager to see his past and further relationship with the Batman, and why he even looks that way. Barry Keoghan in his short scene brings his A game, and hopefully when we get a sequel, we can finally see this version of the Joker go against Robert Pattinson's Batman. And now that's it for the list. As I said in the intro, there are more than 10 moments in this movie, and hopefully if this video does well, we'll bring in a part 2 before WB even greenlit a sequel to this masterpiece. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, it helps the channel out. Subscribe and turn on the post notifications not to miss any other new video. As always, Nerdy Sage here. See you in the next video.